All right. Hey, everybody. We are going live, bold live, here from Television City in Hollywood. This is going to be a great show. It's bold live. It's Sheila Carter. Sheila is back. Did you see today's episode? Oh, boy. She's going to be here to break that all down. And, we're going to kind of revisit the whole arc of Sheila. For 30, I was talking to her yesterday, 31 years is when she first premiered. 31 years ago is when she premiered on Young and the Restless. And there's something about her that from 31 years ago to today, those two words, Sheila Carter, makes us, here and also just gets excited for good so. So welcome to Bold Live. Let's get going in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Welcome to the show. Hi, I'm Kasprzyk, supervising producer for The Bold and the Beautiful, and I'm excited for this show. And I'm reading the comments. Nice haircut, Casey. Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that. Good to see all of you. And I just wanted to tell you, Kimberlyn Brown will be here. She is in the building. However, she is still working. So I think we can all agree that that is a good thing. So we'll be patient and we'll wait. I just want to say thank you for all of you for coming back to the show, for continuing to watch this, and we want to make this a bigger and better show every week. And I want to give a shout out to the people that have created the technology at YouTube and Google, the Rodeo app team, who've done a fantastic job with this technology that have allowed us to put on this live show. And in fact, what's so great about this is that I'm able to interact with fans all over the world. And I can invite you to be part of the show. And so today I want to kick off this show by bringing on two super fans. And for those of you that are on social media, you probably follow them and know them very well. There's Candace and Matt, so they're waiting to come in. So Candace and Matt, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Hey.
This is so awesome. So Candace, where are you?
I'm in Baltimore, Maryland.
Beautiful. And Matt?
I am so far away in Hollywood right now.
Excellent.
It's so far away, but yet it's so near.
Well, we got both coasts representing.
There you go.
So let's just get right into it. Candace, you said you had to leave work, and your boss said this wasn't soap related, was it?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. So everybody who knows me knows I work as a childcare teacher. Shout out to all the teachers around the world. And so I usually will stay over for overtime. But I was like, I have to go. I have something important to do. And my boss literally came out and said, "Is it soap related?" And I was just like,
Of course.
No, I said, "I'm just getting together with some of my friends so we can talk about soaps, Candace." And I'm like, apparently I'm just soaps all the time now.
So, nothing wrong about that. Nothing wrong about that. And Matt, what have you been up to?
Today, I mean, watching Sheila's return was the exciting moment today.
Well, I wish we could already fast forward to next week's episodes, because you saw a little promo at the end of the episode. If people didn't see that promo at the end of today's episode, let me play that for them right now, kind of give a sneak peek of what's coming up next week.
Don't come any closer. Put it down. Everybody says I'm bad news. Sheila. Everybody says I'm bad news.
Yeah, she is bad news. So I want to start. Before Kimberlyn joins the show, I wanted to kind of just maybe for our newer viewers who aren't as familiar, who've been watching the show maybe in the last couple of years, who maybe saw Sheila when she was on last 2017, 2018, just so we can kind of I mean, Candace, if you can kind of just, how would you describe Sheila?
Trouble with the capital T. What else? Devious. One of the greatest villains of all time. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Don't turn your back on her. If she smiles at you, run. She's literally, and you know what? As time has, as I've grown up, I realized that she's just misunderstood. She's misunderstood, all right, but she is nothing but trouble. Don't turn your back because she's always calculating.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
She's going to figure out a way to get you back.
and with the misunderstood thing, I think if you look back, a lot of it was not real love, but she thought she was in love, and she thought what she was doing was to obtain whatever thing she was obsessed with. So.
It was Eric.
Scott to begin with.
Exactly. Yeah, but it was like when she came over to Bold and Beautiful, she wanted to turn over a new leaf.
Right.
And don't we all want that when we come to a new town
but
or start a new
Stephanie
job?
wasn't going to let her. That's the whole thing.
No.
Just,
They went at, especially when because Stephanie had her number. Like Lauren over on Young and the Restless, some people knew what, but Stephanie really had her number and was calling her out on certain things. But when Sheila married Eric, and that is probably one of my top 5 moments, and Sheila was rubbing it into Stephanie, it was like, oh. And she was
because they tricked them. Everybody left. They thought the wedding didn't happen, and then she went back and married him alone. So that was, yeah.
Always calculating. You never turn your back. Just when you think you've won. Oh no. No. She's always there, and I'm so glad she's back. Oh my gosh, this is a new day. No, seriously, like this has been, because of everything that's happening now, like karma is at its best right now. Because again, who would have ever thought, if you see the cliffhanger for today, now she is really tied to the Forster family.
Right. What she's wanted
got
her
that
whole life to have some sort of connection, and now she has a
an anchor.
Right, yeah.
She's still close to Eric.
A baby.
That obsession never dies.
What she's obsessed with, babies.
Yeah, all 5. Yeah. You make 5. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, her son, but also now, Finn's boy. So.
Yeah.
Well, which is interesting. So yes. So that's the other question. I mean, which will be answered as we go through this and unravel it. Is like, when exactly did she have Finn? Right. Like that is an interesting question. And in the timeline of Sheila, because we know when Sheila was on Young and the Restless, a couple of kids popped up. But I like to sort of...
Maybe they weren't hers.
But maybe they weren't
Maybe
hers.
they were...
I have a suggestion of who it could be and how it fits into the timeline. I was actually thinking about this. Like, this is the crazy thing about being a soap fan. You start to really think about the missing years, right? But you also think about, okay, if this happened right before she left, it could have been a possibility that she actually had another kid, but kept it a secret. So right now, I know on social media, everybody is trying to figure out who's the father, if it's not Jack, which I'm just going to put it out there. Tanner and Ted King kind of resembles each other. So I just hypothetically going to say that Jack is probably going to be but I also think it could be, and this is just James.
Oh, Dr. Warwick. Yes.
Well, I mean, technically on timelines, I mean, Sheila, when Stephanie and Phoebe were born, Sheila was hiding out raising Erica and Mary. So,
Well, I'm saying
maybe she had Finn then.
Yeah, and she gave it up for it because I was thinking that's the only, and I know it's the world of soaps, anything is possible, but in this situation, I'm like, twins do run in Sheila's family. So what if she had married that we to throw us off, it's just one kid. But really she did have another kid, and somehow, some way, and I think that's the mystery. It's like, okay, we, again, I'm not working for both, but if I was, Ian Buchanan's stat.
Yes, Matt.
He made that appearance last time Sheila was on,
True.
and we found out that he had his whole drug addiction, and Mary had told Sheila that, and she blackmailed him with it. So there definitely is more to play with him at some point.
Just saying.
Absolutely. So just to change topics just a little bit, this week was a big week on Bold and Beautiful, not just because of the storyline, but it was also my 18th anniversary of working for the Bold and the Beautiful. 18 years, yes. I started August 4th, 2003. Yeah. Where does the time go?
Wow.
Well, it's fun if you go back and watch the channel. You have so many older episodes. If you watch the credits, would you see your name go from one title up and up?
This title.
And my and my hairline receding as the years go on. So, but what I was gonna say is, I kind of feel like my timeline at Bold and the Beautiful in my life is sort of connected to Sheila, because like I can remember like my first memory, like really wanting to know the storyline was in high school. I was in high school looking at the clock, realizing that we're gonna find out who's Bridget's father, Eric or Ridge. Like that day, I remember sitting there like, and it was because of you remember the vials were switched and we didn't know the whole test. And then my first day ever being a page here at Television City on the Bold and the Beautiful, I came onto the set and I saw Hunter Tylo on the floor, and I saw Catherine Kelly Lang on the floor, and I saw Kimberlyn Brown on the floor, and I said, "What is happening here?" And then Eric took a cord and he tied up Sheila. So that was I came into the aftermath after Sheila shot Taylor and Brooke.
What?
Yeah, that
is so cool. That's like my all-time favorite scene. Like it's so good. That's so cool that was your first experience.
That was my first, but I didn't get to see the scene being shot. I just was like, what the hell is happening here? Taylor's and Brooke are like that. This can't be happening. And then my first week working here was the whole Foundry storyline where Sheila kidnapped Ridge and Brooke and Nick.
With the gun,
And I actually have a clip of that, which I'm going to play, which so people can remember this little storyline.
I just did what I had to do to survive. And if any of you at all would have found a little room in your heart, just a little room, a little compassion, none of this would have happened.
And then there's a big action sequence. So, but
which was
a
great action sequence.
Like to Sheila, she just misunderstood.
Yeah, she's just misunderstood.
She just needs a little compassion.
Everybody's out there. I mean, what did she really do? She was just lacking attention. I mean, people weren't giving her attention. Sometimes you got to do things to get attention. I mean, take out the popular girls, okay? Like, all right. No, but seeing that clip, I'm gonna be honest, one of the things that stood out besides the acting was the music. And when Sheila's around, music, that her theme, as soon as you hear it, even if it's in the distance, it's like, oh shoot, something's about to happen, something's about to go down.
I don't want to give too much away, but yes, we're gonna bring back some of the classic cues for the Sheila moments. So.
Well, there was already that. I mean, you guys used the cue when we didn't know it was her, and she was looking at the invitation, and
you guys. We were putting a little Easter eggs in there, so that the super fans like both of you would kind of pick up on those cues. Yes, and it's something. It's like somebody who's so creepy and evil and devious. It's never felt so good, right? It feels so comforting to see her back.
There is. It's something. It's just classic. So.
Yeah, because you don't have. I mean, I always say like the Mount Rushmores of villains, right? Sheila Carter is on that mountain. Like she's done, poor Mike, the security guard with the dog.
Wow, you remember it all.
Oh yeah, the dogs.
Yeah, moment of silence for Mike. That was hard. That was a hard way to go. But no, I mean, you think about when she tried to drown Stephanie, you know, when she, you know, threatened baby Thomas, like all those moments.
Mhm.
And, you know, of course, you know, with soap villains, there's soap villains out there, not, you know, shaded, but when you think of iconic soap villains
Mhm.
in the last, like, you know, 30 years, really, Sheila Carter is up there, like, and she's the only one to brought drama and trouble to two soaps. Three
Yeah.
different, like, families, you know, and she's had iconic moments on both shows.
Well, that's
You
just
don't forget that.
important
A
thing to
lot.
know to some of our fans. They may not realize that Sheila Carter was a character that was created on Young and the Restless. And then the genius of Bill Bell, who created Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful and wrote those shows, you know, decided Sheila Carter had run its course on the Young and the Restless and had her move to Los Angeles. And and that's a question I want to ask for both of you, because I know you guys are both B&B and Y&R fans. Where do you like Sheila Carter more? You know, what
B&B.
Yeah.
B&B for sure. I mean, she started on Y&R, which is great, but I feel like so much of her, like that was just the one arc at the beginning, but the rest of her real story to me felt like it was on B&B. And I mean, even like, because Lauren was her big rival, but Lauren crossed over too, and eventually was on B&B permanently for a while too. So it's, I just feel, and then that's where she had Mary and just, it's just B&B. Yeah, B&B just seems home to me. Even though she started on Y&R, I just feel like B&B is her home, because she's also connected. Even before the baby, she still had connections to so many characters on B&B. Whereas now, if you put her, I mean, I would love to still see her do some crossovers, but she's not connected to the same amount of people on Y&R either.
That's actually one of my questions I was going to ask her too later about that. I have this whole thing that because I do think, you know, real quick, is that with Young and the Restless, I mean, that was the beginning. Of course, you know, Scotty and Lauren, that was, you know, a huge thing. And then, like you said, when she came over to Bold and the Beautiful for a fresh new start, you know, here she is mixing up with the Queen Bee, Stephanie, Eric, Ridge, Taylor, Brooke, even Steffi, you know, even women. So, yeah, she has more of a character development, character storyline development with Bold and Beautiful, to the point where I'm just getting excited, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but I'm excited as a fan because I already have it in my head, fan fictions and everything in my head.
I want to tell everybody who's just tuned in, Kimberlyn Brown will be here shortly. I'm looking at our monitor here at the studio. We just wrapped. So she is going directly from stage to her dressing room. And then she's going to log on and she'll be here live to chat and answer your questions. And I probably want to get right into the phone lines as soon as possible. And I may do the phone lines a couple of times. So if you want to call the phone line, I'm going to put it up here. I'm not going to take any calls, but I'm going to put it up here. Okay, that's the phone number. So write it down. 573-375-9278. And when I open it, then you call and you'll be on live with Kimberlyn Brown. And I want to give a shout out again to the Rodeo app team. They have assured me that they have fixed the glitches that we experienced a couple weeks ago. So the phone line's good to go. The problem was so many of you called, it wasn't ready to handle all that. So I want to thank you all. So I'm going to close that now. You wrote the number down. I'm going to close it. Boom, we're done. All right. Now, any predictions before I say goodbye to you guys and welcome Kimberlyn? Any predictions of what might come up?
Trouble.
Well, like was already stated, I'm feeling like maybe Jack is actually Finn's real dad, and he has some more secrets as to how he, you know, kept.
He was
Finn
looking
from
pretty
her,
guilty
so.
the whole time during since he's been in town. He's looked pretty guilty.
Yeah, he seems like he has a lot he's hiding. So I'm anxious to figure that out. And based off you were talking about the preview they showed, I mean, Brooke dropping the champagne glass, all of them in shock.
Right.
I just want to
I can't, that'll be exciting. All I could hear when they were all saying Sheila was, do you remember Sheila's mom had a stroke and all she could say was Sheila, like that. I kept hearing that too when they were all like Sheila.
Yeah, I agree. I do think Jack has some secrets behind closed doors, but my reaction is going to be how Steffi processed this, because the history books show Steffi shot Sheila. So, nice
they've
way.
all shot each other in that.
Everybody shot everybody, like everybody. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to how the welcome wagon will welcome Sheila back. No, that stuff is not real. Oh boy, this is gonna get good.
You're absolutely right. Hold on. I am. Oops. It should be interesting. Because Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Boom. Okay. It should be very interesting, and I'm just excited for the possibilities. No matter what, it's just this time feels different. So I want to thank you guys for chatting with me. I'm gonna close you out, and I'll send you another link so you can join the show a little bit later. All right. Thank you, Matt.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Candace. All right, that's awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. She's an evil character, but she's just misunderstood. And like in that clip we showed, if the characters would just show her a little compassion, just a little love, maybe she wouldn't be so evil. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you're all here. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Kimberlyn Brown. Boom!
Boom!
Right from the set to
straight off the set,
around the world. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, we've had a lot of fun. I was chatting with our super fans, Candace and Matt, and we were just sort of setting the stage, talking about Sheila's history and just how exciting it is to have you back on Bold and Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be back. And I'll tell you what, I started doing a little bit of math, and it's 30 years now since I started my 3-month stint, and it never would have happened if it weren't for all of you, quite honestly. So thank you.
Okay, so 30 years. Let's just go back to the beginning, because I just want to know. So tell me, how did you audition for this role of Sheila at Young and the Restless?
I originally went in to read for the part of Cassandra Rawlings, and I didn't get the part. And Jill Newton, who was casting director at the time for Young and the Restless, she called me 3 years later and said, there's a part coming up. And I be honest, I was walking away from Hollywood. I was going to go back to school. I was going to be an architect. And she said, Kimberlyn, just come in and read for the part. I think you're going to be perfect for it. It's only for 3 months, and it'll help pay for your schooling. Okay, that works for me. And I did. I went in and I read. Gail Camacho was there, who was the casting assistant, because Jill was out on maternity leave at that time. And I read with Peter Barton. He was in the room with me, and Bill was there, and Ed Scott was there. And I did my entire reading and got in my car and started home, and realized I dropped probably like an entire page, Casey. It was like unbelievable. It's like, wow, how could I have been so stupid? And I called Gail Camacho on the phone, and I apologized profusely, saying, I'm so sorry. Is there a chance I could come back and do it again? And she let me apologize for about 20 minutes and then laughed and said, you got the part.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's awesome. How it's, yeah.
That is awesome. And then after Bill, his history goes, Bill wrote an amazing character for Young and the Restless, and then he felt like he'd written all he could for Sheila at Young and the Restless, but there was still more story he wanted to tell with Sheila, so he decided to move Sheila to Los Angeles.
He did. He did. It was, getting a phone call directly from Bill on set. Everyone had told me, "Oh, that's when you're in trouble," that kind of thing. And I knew that my storyline had to be coming to an end on Young and the Restless because I was just written into a place that would have been really difficult to get out of. And I got a call. Yeah, talked to. I thought, well, thank him as much as I can. And he said, you know, Sheila is popular.
I'm having a little
Oops,
audio.
hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I'm having
How would you
audio.
feel about her going to LA?
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't want to lose the character. I've got some other ideas, and I've written you into a spot I can't get you out of on The Young and the Restless. And I said, okay. Because the other thing is he's having this conversation with me, but he said, don't let anybody know what we're talking about. So just yes or no answers, pretty much. And I said, okay. And he said, well, Bold and Beautiful is in LA. I said, uh-huh. And he said, well, what do you think about taking Sheila to the Bold and Beautiful? I said, mm-hmm. Okay. And that was it. I hung up the phone, and Ed Scott was actually producing Young and Restless back then. And he goes, well, what did you say? I said, nothing. He just wanted to give me a couple of little, things he wanted me to tweak. He says, oh, okay. So that's where it all began. And, that great show on Young and the Restless, where I'm looking through the want ads and I call the number, and then John McCook picks up the phone. I thought that was just brilliant. Well, absolutely brilliant. And nobody could know about it. Nobody could know. He said it's such a secret. And that's the one thing I've always been very, very good at. When I'm told to not say anything, I don't say anything. I don't even tell my mother. So it was a huge surprise for everybody. And it turned out, we were able to bring, my viewers from Young and the Restless followed me to Bold and Beautiful. And Bold and Beautiful already had a great following. So it was just brilliant, a way to get more people watching both shows.
Well, I actually have a clip.
But I can't hear you, Casey.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh, no. We had some
audio.
What
happened?
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can the fans hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yes.
I can't hear you.
Well, I'm okay. Let me.
I haven't touched anything, so I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do?
We have some audio issues there. I'm gonna close you out and re-invite.
Like sign language.
Yeah. Close you out, and you're gonna come back in.
What to do.
Hold on. Okay. She's gonna come back. I'm muffled. Oh boy. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Well, we don't need me to talk. We just have Kimberlyn talk. I'm just a conduit for you, the Bold and Beautiful fans. So I am muffled. Well, we don't need me to talk. We just have Kimberlyn talk. Oh, I hear that. Okay. Well, here she's back. Okay.
I hear you now.
Let me play this clip. Do I sound any better?
Yeah, now I hear you. Yeah.
Okay, let's take a call from our fan line.
Okay, let's do it.
Hi, welcome to Bold Live. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, I'm from Montreal, in Canada.
Welcome. Say hello to Kimberlyn Brown.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I'm live. Okay, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm so glad you're back on the Bold and the Beautiful. It's been such a long time. And I have a question. I mean, Sheila had, Mary. She had Diana with Miss Maroney. And she also had Daisy and Ryder with Tom Fisher. Now she has Finn. And I want to know when we'll see all children, all 5 of Sheila's kids on screen. It's been such a long time, and all I want is for her kids to be reunited, because it seems like Sheila had all those kids at different times and places that don't even know each other, do they? Finn
No,
obviously doesn't, but do the other kids know each other? Diana, Daisy, Ryder, Mary.
no, they
Good
don't.
question. I don't know.
No, his brothers or sisters. I've been watching him for quite some time, watching him grow up because of certain promises I made back then. I stayed away until now. So that's a great. The writers are probably not themselves. So thank you. It's intriguing. Wouldn't that if there was a reunion of all the kids? You never know. Never say never.
Well, thank you for calling. I'm going to
Okay.
take another call here. All right,
Okay.
let's see who's coming in while I try to fix my technical issues.
I'm glad it wasn't me.
I know. Hi, welcome to Bold Live. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Richie calling from Florida.
Hey, Richie.
Hey, how are you?
Well. How are you?
I am so excited to talk to you, Kimberlyn. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So, welcome back to Bold and the Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. So my question is, if you could play, I mean, obviously we want you as Sheila, always. If you could play any other role on the Bold and the Beautiful, what character would you like to play?
I think if I wanted, if I could, it would have been Stephanie. Really, I enjoyed powerful women, and she obviously ended up with a man that Sheila really loves, Eric. So I really enjoyed the way she played the character. I mean, there are so many characters on this show. I play Jackie, but I'm a little too old for that right now. And yeah, I know. I've always really admired very strong female actresses. It's a tough question because this show has so many of them. I'd go back in time and play Stephanie.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much for calling. I want to get to some other calls.
Let's
Thank you.
go. All right. Take care.
Hi, welcome to Bold Live. You're here with Kimberlyn Brown. And what's your question?
Oh, yes. Well, hello. This is awesome. Hi, Kimberlyn. I just wanted to know, so I've been watching since you first started, like oh my gosh, like my first storyline was back on the Young and the Restless on the David Kimball story. Then it was you after that. So I've been watching you since the beginning, and with everything that's been going on. My question is that, you know, since the last time you were on you was Phyllis on Young and the Restless. From what Lauren knows, you know, she shot and killed you, and that has not been brought up to light at all since then. Is that going to, you know, finally be, you know, discussed this time, you think, maybe?
Well, that wasn't my face you saw getting shot, was it?
Oh, facts. I love the facts.
Yeah. I mean, you never really, you don't see me go away. You see somebody else who had plastic surgery who went away. So you just never know what the writers are going to come up with and where storylines are going to go. My big thing is I never say never. Never do. Everyone's always, well, would you go and play Sheila again? Absolutely. Every chance I would get, I would come back and play this character. She's my baby. I have so much fun being bad and playing her. Yesterday's scenes were unbelievable, and today's there's some great stuff coming up. It's a lot of fun, and whether or not Young and the Restless does anything, you know, that's a whole nother show, whole nother production company. So I really can't speak to that, but I could not be more thrilled that that Brad called me to come back.
Yes. We are all thrilled because, you know, we love you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Stuff coming up.
Bye-bye.
All right, cool. Oh, what about the fight scenes? Like any more like great, you know, dramatic fight scenes you used to have all the time? That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, when Sheila Carter's around, those aren't far behind. So
Let me
Oh,
my
amen.
job. There might be a few things coming up. You never know.
all right.
Of course, it's Sheila.
Well, awesome. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. I also want to say a little fun fact. So normally when Sheila comes back, it's an on-air reveal. But this time we sort of wanted to make sure that the Bold and Beautiful universe was aware that Sheila was coming back. So we kind of leaked it a little early so everybody would tune in. And we didn't want people to miss out because the last time you were on the air, we did this on-air reveal, and
Right.
it was exciting. And I think it was just as exciting today seeing you emerge from the shadows, saying that I'm your mother, Finn.
Yeah.
But
That
what's really
shot.
exciting is what happens next.
Yeah.
When everybody else sees that. And but when Kimberlyn came back to the studio, we gave her a code name. So we changed Sheila in all the scripts, all the call sheets. And would you like to reveal what your alias name was?
Yes. This time around, I'm called Nancy, and all of the scripts. There's nothing that says Sheila anywhere because they wanted to make sure that none of the actors who work here at the studio on other shows ever got a glimpse of something and ruin the surprise. And they that reveal from the shadow. Great.
Yeah, a lot of the actors, we did not tell them that Sheila was coming back, and they were like, "Why do I hate this Nancy so much? Who is this Nancy person?"
Exactly. Always Nancy.
They're pretty
And
funny.
then it's hard for people that have never worked with me, like Tanner.
Yeah.
It was hard to switch from Nancy to Sheila. So
Right. Exactly.
Hey.
It was Nancy. Hey, welcome to Bold Live. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Casey.
Hey, Rebecca from San Clemente.
Yep.
How are you? What's going on? Are you excited?
Fine. Not much.
Say hi to Kimberlyn.
Oh my God. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. I'm so excited to talk to you. As Casey knows, I'm a longtime fan of YNR and B&B. My question is, what is your favorite character on the show that you've had a cat fight with?
Oh, wow. Favorite character. All of the cat fights are absolutely amazing. If you watch both shows, you know the one that took place in the lab with Lauren when I was fighting for Scott Granger, and then on B&B, of course, all of the ones with Stephanie in the hot tub with Lauren, wedding dress. I mean, it's always fun whenever I get to do a cat fight. So as far as there being favorite actress to do a fight with, doesn't really work that way. It's just those are favorite scenes that we're shooting. Those are the scenes that we love to do. And the ones I had recently with Quinn on the show, as a matter of fact, I could use another good fight right now for what she's doing to Eric. What do you think?
Yep, I probably.
Yep, no one loved Eric the way Sheila did. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Such an honor to talk to you. You're like the villain of daytime. You're like number one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I know it's just acting. I was kind of nervous to talk to you, though, but...
You don't need to be.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here eating almonds, so don't worry. I'm harmless.
All right.
I know.
We'll talk to you next week, Rebecca. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She's sweet. I love her. She's been on every Bold Live. And I wonder if I cancel the phone line, if I close this, I'm gonna come back to if you're on the phone line, stay there. But I really want to play a clip. Kimberlyn, this was from. Did we play this yet? Your very first episode? I think I wanted to play it, but I didn't get to it yet because I opened the fan line. Here's Kimberlyn's very first appearance on The Bold and the Beautiful.
And you're interviewing me for a nursing position.
Well, it's a very important position, Ms. Carter. The health of my employees is very important to me.
You are an exceptional man.
Thank you.
Eric, I have that. Oh, excuse me.
Brooke, this is Sheila Carter. She's interviewing for the nursing position. This is my wife, Brooke.
Hi. Nice to meet you. Eric, really, I need you to approve this right away.
What is it?
It's my R&D budget for the summer, and it can't wait.
All right, it won't. Actually, I'd like to talk to you, too.
What about?
Ms. Carter, that'll be all for now. We will consider your application, and we'll phone you one way or the other.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Forster. I'll let myself out. Eric, I really do have to hurry.
All right, well, just calm down. I want to talk to you about this, too. All right?
Yeah, well, I mean, just give me... I have to get back to the lab.
I'll sign it. I'll sign it.
Okay.
I'll stoop.
Okay, so the thing I love about that is that not only does Kimberlyn, or in the character you play, Sheila, make an amazing entrance, she makes an equally amazing exit. Like, the way you look back into that room, like, just tells so much, like, just, there's layers and layers and layers of you giving, like, a reaction and a look. That, like, okay, this person's going to be here to mix things up for a while.
For a while. Yeah, that was amazing. John, obviously, you know, Sheila was at a very vulnerable point in her life, as it was fleeing from Genoa City, coming to LA, and to have such a powerful man so nice to her and show her kindness and attention and make her feel worthy and special. It really caught Sheila's eye from that very first moment, and that grabbed her immediately right then and there.
I just, you can't you know, write that, but there's chemistry that you and John McCook, like, just jumped off the screen together.
Oh, thank you. He's so wonderful to work with. I can't say enough good things about John McCook. I really can't. Every time I come back to the show, you know, every time I see him, my heart just, you know, skips a beat, because we do have a great relationship and a great connection.
The other thing I loved about that clip, and forgive me, I don't understand what the hairstyle is, but the way you have that hair, I mean, that was like your signature hairstyle. What do you call that?
I don't even know what you call it.
Oh, God, I love it so much.
I have no idea. That was the signature hairstyle for Jack. And it's funny when I go back and I look at these old clips with you right now, I go, what was I thinking? What was going on with this hair?
I want to play another clip, because another person you had a lot of great chemistry with was Ken Hayes, who played Mike Guthrie. I'm like, I mean, you guys, those scenes and the way that you guys, you know, like, just, it was a great comedic relief to see those scenes too. And one of the most iconic scenes was when you guys were in the lab together.
I bet Dr. Peters would have that lab tech fired for letting you do this.
If you report her, we're all going to get in trouble.
If these samples were really important, she wouldn't have let you. Nobody's that stupid.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The old spinning of the vibe. Yes. And then that, for fans who know this, now it totally messed up your plan to make, you know.
Completely messed up my plans to make sure that it was going to be mine. But the writing, though, the dialogue was splendid. How could anyone be that stupid? And then he spins it. I mean, and had the best sense of comedic timing. And I wish you all could have seen behind. He would so often do the thing where he opens the door and boom, hits himself in the face. He was brilliant. He was truly brilliant. And he was companion in part for Sheila, because he cared so much about her. He'd do anything to help. And Sheila took advantage of that relationship Ken and I had personally was fabulous. I adored he and Mary and all the time, even after he left the show. So,
well, I'm going to open up the fan lines again and see
okay,
have their calling. And in the meantime, you're not going to believe this. I've got to get this technical problems worked out. But I think my phone is not charging, and I might lose Kimberlyn. But if that happens, we'll come back. Come back.
Well, call me exactly. I think we have somebody on now, though, do we?
Welcome to Bold Live. You're there?
Okay, this is like, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
I can hear you.
All right. Okay, Kimberlyn, it's amazing to see you. I've been watching you since I was in college, and I remember literally the day you left YNR. I'm in college with my college friends, and all of a sudden you appear on B&B, and we're like jumping up and down. And for years, I have spent researching, going on Google, going on Soap Opera Digest, waiting for your return year after year after year. So having you back, I mean, today was like epic. I couldn't believe I was this excited over a character, but like, we've grown up with you. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're just such a good actress. I just hope they don't box you in a corner this time and they can keep you on the canvas for years to come, just to wreak havoc.
Thank you. I appreciate that more than you know. I really do. I said it earlier, but I wouldn't be where I was today if it weren't for people like you, and watching and never giving up on Sheila. So I appreciate that more than you know. She's been so much fun to play.
Oh my God, my favorite. It's like you're up there. You're up there with
your. Oh, I just lost you.
I think there's audio. I know. I think there's audio problems.
Are you still there?
Like, no, I finally get the chance to. I can hear you.
I hear you.
Can you hear me?
I got you back. Okay. I can. Yes.
I think the ghost of Stephanie is like giving this Sheila Bold Live some technical problems. I think it's Stephanie gone.
Yeah, I think there's like a lag in audio, but
you
look amazing.
Oh, thank you. You
look amazing. I'm so glad to have you back, and I hope you're back for years to come. I mean, the best daytime character, period. You're up there with like Kimberly on Melrose Place for me. So like, I mean, again, I've been obsessing for years waiting for the comeback. So welcome back.
Well, thank you so very much. I'm so happy to be back. I am. And thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate those more than you know. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a treat getting to talk to you.
Thank you.
You too.
Awesome. Let's see who else we got on. We got okay on time, Kimberlyn?
I got you.
You got me. Okay. Hello, welcome to Bold Live. Say hi to Kimberlyn.
Hello, this is Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
You probably remember me, Kimberlyn. I'm Phoenix on Twitter. I've tweeted you quite a bit about Sheila, actually.
You definitely are sounding familiar.
Yes, I asked you a couple years ago, would you ever come back as Sheila? And you told me, hell to the yes, you would love to come back.
Yeah, yes, I did.
I'll be honest, when Sheila came back, I met my best friend, and he's like, I showed him Sheila's lab fight with Lauren and the wedding dress fight. He's like, I have to marry Sheila Carter. I got him so spoiled for the character. She's like me. We love our Sheila.
Oh, thank you so much.
My question for you is, if you could, if Lauren would be reunited with Lauren, would you want Sheila to surprise her? Or would you like the element of surprise to have that one last confrontation with Lauren? How would you like to see Sheila reunite with Lauren Fenmore?
Oh, I think a surprise is always better. I'd like to catch her off guard. Maybe tackle her to the floor, throw her over a couple tables. She's made my life miserable. And I'd love the opportunity to make her miserable as well.
Yep, because how Lauren, every cat fight Sheila and Lauren have had, Lauren's always had the upper hand. It's like, isn't it time Sheila gets that victory and get that one up on her finally?
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. And it's interesting because you talk about our fight scenes and how you think how Lauren always had the upper hand. Tracy is the tiniest little thing you have ever met in your life. I mean, just tiny, tiny, tiny. And all of those fight scenes, I had to make sure she didn't get hurt. So half the time I'm holding her up so that she doesn't fall and hurt herself, and I'm directing her to where she needs to be, that kind of thing. So yeah, I think it's Sheila's turn to have the upper hand. I don't know if Tracy can keep me up, but I'll give her a shot.
Well, hopefully we get to see Lauren and Sheila reunite one last time, and they can duke it out, and Sheila can finally get that victory over her.
Okay, and let's not say one last time. Right. Let's just say many more.
Yes, let's have many more until Sheila and Lauren are in the nursing home fighting over that last applesauce.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Well, that's awesome. All right, we'll take one more call. We've got so many people on the phone line, so
I've got plenty of time. I'm waiting for traffic, Casey, so we can go as late as you want to go.
Well, welcome to Bold Live. Who's this? Where you come from?
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm from Holtzville, New York.
Hi.
Hi, you got a question?
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm on.
Yeah, you're here.
I have to say I'm a huge fan of you, Miss Brown, and you too, Mr. Kasprzyk. I just wanted to say I'm so thrilled to have Sheila back on B&B. I have yet to see today's episode, but I'm so looking forward to it. But I saw you were on today, and I'm like, I had to call in.
It's going to be I
just
great. I like it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I know today's a Friday cliffhanger, so I have to wait till Monday, of course, to really see what happens. But I just have to say, I'm so looking forward to the scenes with Sheila and Steffi, because I know the last time you were on, Sheila got shot and everything, and that was crazy in itself. But your scenes with Steffi are always, and with Eric, are always so great.
Oh, thank
you. And I'm
you.
hoping this time around maybe Sheila and Erica maybe get together.
You never know.
That would be awesome.
You never know. Like,
could I ask?
The way I did.
What was your who's your favorite person to fight with on B&B?
To fight with?
Yeah.
Is that what? My favorite person to fight with? I really loved my fights with Susan Flannery. There's just no getting around that. And I've got to tell you, the most recent time on with Quinn, they were remarkable. So it's a little bit of what I said earlier. It's much who you're fighting with, but the scenes. And when you get scenes like that, it doesn't matter who's in them. They're going to be dynamic scenes, and that's what I look forward to. It's not so much about who I'm fighting with that day, but just knowing that we have a fight is it just brings your adrenaline up, and all the actors in the scenes are just pumped and excited because we get to do something with a little action and something that will definitely give the fans something to remember.
Well,
yeah, that's for sure.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you.
All right.
Awesome. Well, you talk about Stephanie. I just want to play a little clip. These are some little flashback moments of Sheila and Stephanie.
Okay.
I am going to be the next Mrs. Eric Forrester, regardless of what you say. So face it. You're no match for me, Stephanie. I tried to get you to give up this little obsession you had with Brooke, but no, you wouldn't do that. Will you tell me something, lady? Was it worth it? Was it worth your sanity? Stop it right there! I'll blow them both away. I swear to God I'll do it.
Oh, man. I love when Sheila gets to that level 10.
I'll tell you, it's oh gosh, I don't even know what to say after watching those things. It's just so much fun to see where she's been and all the things that she's done and grown. And I'll tell you what, there's a scene coming up that we shot this week where that old Sheila is definitely coming out. And that's all I can say, because I can't tell you who I'm talking to. or anything like that, but the fans enjoy it. It's it's a great glimpse of that Sheila.
Well, we will definitely be tuning in. We don't miss next week because it's going to be next week's going to make my summer. These shows are so much with you back. And I want to play one more clip. We had some super fans send in a clip when they heard the news that Sheila was coming back. So I want to play their little their excitement for you.
Well, go on, tell me.
Sheila's coming back.
Sheila Carter? Of Finn?
Oh my God! Sheila is back!
Stop the boat!
That's it. You're
I want you to send me that, Casey, please. I want to post that.
Okay.
You've got to send that to me.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I mean, the fans have just been, social media has been on fire, and I just want to thank you all for tuning in, and I want to, Kimberlyn, thank you for your time. I know you've had a very busy week here at Bold and Beautiful, and you're late to chat with all of us.
I feel guilty that I got here so late. So let's plan on doing this again sometime soon, please.
I will hold you to it. We'll do this very soon, very shortly. And I just want to encourage everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a little button right down there that you can subscribe to. So you're going to be the first to know when we're doing this. And we will definitely have Kimberlyn come back in a few weeks. So
like that.
I'm just
and then I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to leave my fans with one little Sheila moment. All right. There you go.
I think I just wet myself.
Oh, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. And I'm so sorry I was stuck out on set, but we'll do this again. And you know, I'll sit here and I'll answer questions all night long. I so appreciate all of you. So thanks for tuning in.
Well, good things come to those who wait, and we can't wait to see what happens next. So thank you, Kimberlyn. You have
Thanks for having me, Casey. All right.
Wow. Did you catch that at the end? That was, yes, Gracie, that was scary. I'm scared a little bit. But God, so great to have Kimberlyn back. Yes. And you know what? Thank you, fans. We listen to you, and we love you, and we want to make this show what you want to be. We want to make this the best show, and I think it is the best show because we have the best fans. So thank you. And I can't wait for next week. So this was super fun, and I hope you will all be here next week. And until then, be bold, be beautiful, be back here next week.